'Twas the GDIME before Christmas, and here on the couch, Elliot is sitting next to a laptop with no mouse. His viewers were ready to see which stories he'd share, while Elliot sat chatting with mullet for hair. Which item would he choose for this week to be featured? Did he run some kilometers or miles in the American system? It always starts the same, with an intro that's funny, and one day a theme song after giving a musician money. So please sit back and enjoy this GDIME, the 19th of the year, 19th of all time. And if you are willing, perhaps a 5-star review on Spotify, of course, but soon Apple Podcasts and other podcast platforms. All right. Well, Elliot. Welcome to episode 19 of Graphic Design is My Elliot. GDIME. Wednesday feels right. The happiest of Wednesdays to you all. It is truly Elliot time, and we'll pause to the thumbnail. Oh, what about that one? On the menu for today. And that's all I've written today. The menu for today was of course sounds. Wow, the sound effects are loud today. I screwed up my mixing, and this is what happens when you don't have an editor. Okay, you're kind of just going with your heart on a lot of this stuff. You're kind of just going with the flow, right? Because I edit it live as we go along. Okay, so the volume has to be set beforehand, and sometimes I don't test it. Today I forgot how to test it, and I don't want to go back. So we'll be limited on the sound effects today. But the most important thing is, of course, that we had that musical intro, as it is the GDIME before Christmas, which is very exciting, which means we only have one more GDIME for the year, everyone, which is really sad. Very, very sad. But next week will be an exciting one. It's going to be the GDIME year in review, where I will talk about everything that I did this year, because it has been a very big year for me. It's been a big year for me, and I think next year is going to be the biggest year of my life. So we're gonna hype ourselves up for that one, and talk about some things. We're gonna talk about things like goals, achievements, and GDIME. So that'll be a good one. I think next week's going to be a good one. This is probably the one to miss. Let's do the. Let me address the loafers in the room. I'm wearing my new Doc Marten loafers here that I got a few weeks ago now. We're still wearing them in. They hurt my feet tremendously. However, they make me feel really cute, which is why I'm wearing them on GDIME today. I think I look quite cute in the loafers, so that makes me feel good about myself. And I'm really into wearing Doc Martens with shorts this summer. The long socks, Doc Martens, either the loafers or my classic low-top Doc Martens. Some nice kind of mid-length to three-quarter length short, which is a kind of a change of pace. For those who know me, they know you know I love to wear my 5-inch shorts, my short shorts. But I think with the Docs, it makes more sense to wear more of a longer fit. So now I have these longer ones, which I think do the trick. And either just a simple t-shirt, some kind of dress shirt, or a look like this today with some kind of jumper on the top for those chillier summer days. Like today, it has been raining all day, which is great news, as it was extremely hot yesterday. It was about 40 degrees Celsius, which is very hot. And there were some bushfires. So hopefully, this rain for the next few days will put those out, because we do not want another bushfire season. But it's been hot. It's been very hot, but now it is overcast and weird. The weather's just a bit weird. But otherwise, all is good over here. How are you doing? How's your week been? I hope it's been good. GDIME is now... I'm going to say permanently on Wednesdays. I think we've moved it to Wednesdays. We've gone from Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday within 19 episodes of GDIME. 20 if you want to include episode 0, but I don't think we should include that, even though it's the most viewed one on YouTube and the most listened to. Oh, actually, it's not on Spotify. Who am I kidding? One day I'll release that as a bonus episode on the Patreon. Wouldn't that be funny? Go back and listen to episode 0 and notice how different the energy is on GDIME. It is mellow. You listen to it and you're like, whoa, did he just get out of bed? Did he just get out of bed? I sound sad in comparison to now, where I have, I think, a lot more energy. And maybe you won't notice it, but I definitely do. I pick up on these things, okay? It's important for me to. I have to. This is my show. This is what I do, okay? I've actually been watching a little bit of the Broski Report, the Brittany Broski show. And I really like that. And it made me really, I like the one camera angle setup that we've got going on here. Don't get me wrong, guys. It works. It definitely works. But the Broski Report's got quite a few. And it makes it really funny cutting back and forth. But I would need to then get an editor. I would then need to get more camera. I think I have enough cameras. I've upgraded my camera a few times. I have a few cameras lying around. But I would just need to set them up to record at the same time. And I wouldn't want to do that in this living room. I would want its own space. I would want its own little set. So that's when GDIME gets bigger. I will say, though, last week, Design Chef is so back. That GDIME was a 1 of 10. A 1 of 10 view-wise. It popped off. YouTube started hitting it to people. They started going, look. It was getting recommended to people who were searching up Caroline Polachek. Can you believe that? Caroline Polachek was... I reckon 100 views, I think based on the numbers, 100 views came from people searching up Caroline Polachek. They found that, which is just insane. So good to know that's a trending search term right now for any of you YouTube people out there looking to capitalize on that SEO. Caroline Polachek is... Maybe I should do a video making designs for... No, I don't want to design anymore on YouTube. We'll talk about that later. Let's jump right into the featured item of the week. This week, the featured... there it is again. This week, the featured item of the week is this, which is the emergency stool. It's an emergency stool by Nick Bentel and _____ canvas. Which I think is very, very cool. I really want to get it myself. I think it would look great on a wall. It's kind of like a poster in the way it's composed. But yeah, basically it's like the idea of it is that it's this emergency stool. If someone needs a seat, you just get out, you get the stool out, and you fix it up, and then you've got an emergency stool. Isn't that so fun? I think that's great. I love it. I found that ages ago, and I always wanted to shout it out. But then I started taking the piss out of the featured item of the week in the last 4 weeks or so, and I haven't done a genuine one in a while. So there's your genuine one, which is always good. We'll do the run report as well. No runs. Lot of gym though. A lot of gym, which is good. Enjoying the gym, but no runs. We need to change that. The gym is closed over the weekend for the Christmas holiday, so I think we're going to be running. I think we should close the year out with a run or two. So I think on Sunday I'm going to go for a run. Maybe a 14K run. Let's say that. Let's lock that in, GDIME. Let's do a little 14K run. 12 to 14K, depending on what I'm up to. And then, and fingers crossed, it happens. But wouldn't it be just fun to do nothing instead? The common dilemma of the runner. We don't have any quick hitters today, but I will quickly do a Wizards... What was this segment called? Wizards Talk. Wizards Talk. Also, I really, really, really want some music for these and little animations for these segments. And I think there's some people that I want to contact, so I'm going to do that in the new year. I think GDIME in the new year is going to be really... I was a bit worried. I was a bit worried at one point I was going to drop GDIME. I love GDIME and I want to keep it up. Going into the new year. And I think it'll only grow as the main channel grows too. And as me and my dog bond even further. So I think look out for that in the new year. Okay? More high production value for GDIME because I think it's fun. And you fuckers seem to like it, so I'm going to keep doing it, okay? We have got a great little community here. If you've never commented before, comment. And everyone else say hi to that person who just commented. How about that? I used to do that on my Twitch streams. I'd say, if you've never chatted before, say hi, hey right now, and everyone introduce yourself to that person. And those people would feel really loved, and they would most of the time not chat again, because you can't just make someone a chatter. It is a very hard thing to do, to be a chatter, I think, on Twitch. I'm not a chatter. No, I'm a watcher. I watch from afar. I do not engage until I have to, and then I will. But you rarely have to. You can just you can very easily just pass by on Twitch. So, and you can do that very easily on a podcast. But I'm saying no, engage, say something. I'm kidding. You don't have to be engaged. But if you want to, then now's your chance. Just before the end of the year. How about that, eh? How about that? Now's your chance. Wizards talk. Since the last GDIME, the Wizards have won one more basketball game, which is very exciting. They beat the Indiana Pacers the other day in a fantastic game of basketball. They smacked them. It was so good. Such a beautiful game to watch. Really gives me hope for the future sometimes when I watch that team. But a lot of the time, they've actually been playing a lot better. They're not getting beaten as badly recently. They're doing okay. The defense is still a mess, but I think offensively, Jordan Poole is back, which is really exciting for me. But they're clowning him on Twitter still. There was a moment in the game the other day where he actually someone sent this in as one of the most recent question of the day. Is someone commenting on this? I'll pull it up. In fact, we should. It was sent anonymously, which I think says a lot about the intent behind the message. To harm, it was to hurt me. The question was, "Hey Elliot, how does the following headline make you feel? Jordan Poole slipped on a banana peel and shot a brick in another classic Jordan Poole night." And then they say there is nothing else. Also, Virginia is not far from DC. Hope this helps. That is a C tier question. It was going to be F tier, but the handy note about Virginia is appreciated. Jordan Poole fell down onto the ground, left a puddle of sweat. They got the steal. He ran into his own puddle of sweat before they had a chance to clean the sweat, and he slipped, and it looked like he slipped on a banana. It was the most comical fall. It was an intensely dramatic, comical fall. Is that his fault? No. I say, I don't know why. Why wasn't it? Sure, there wasn't a chance for it to be cleaned, but maybe we should blame the hardwood floors. I'm running out of chances to defend this man, but I think he had a really good game otherwise, and he's had a few really good games recently, and it's really good. At least I'm not a Detroit Pistons fan. I reckon the person who sent this message is a Detroit Pistons fan. Imagine, can you believe this? That Detroit Pistons are so bad that people are asking, what do you do? Because they've won 2 games this season. They're on like a 23 game losing streak or something, right? How do you blow up a team that already is the worst team in the league by a mile, right? Usually you blow up a team if they suck and you've got some older players and you need some draft picks and all that stuff. So you just like trade all your old players away for draft picks and you hope you can rebuild young. The Detroit Pistons are already young. It's like a very young team. What are they? They can't do anything. They're stuck. They just got to hope. Wizards, I think they have a way forward. And that way is in Arlington, Virginia. In the, I think it's called Pontiac Yard or something like that. That's where it's going to be. The arena's going to be. And you'll see me there opening night. I'm going to get the train from New York because in this scenario, I live in New York by this point, which we hope will happen. But that's it for all those little. That's Wizards talk for you. Okay, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting time. I have been a bit stuck recently with my next video because I think I have a lot of ideas and I really want a winner. Okay, I really want a winner. But I don't know how to do that because the TikTok video didn't do too well in the end. It's only gained about 1,000 views in the last week, right? It slid away. We lost all momentum pretty quickly for that one, which was tough. Jesus Christ, how do you cross your legs on a fucking camera? There we go. I feel better about myself now. And I put up this poll on my YouTube page, and I was like, what do you guys think of these ideas? The graphic design trends. There were two ideas. One was, kind of like graphic design trends, but in my style, I kind of take the piss out of it. Or the other one, which was like designing for different furniture in my apartment, which I think would be cute. Both of them I think would be cute, but none of them are screaming at me like do it, and none of them are screaming at me winner. And I need a winner. I think I need a winner because I miss that damn video that got 1 million views. I want that feeling. I want that rush again. And I know they don't all have to be winners, but I have posted 2 back-to-back 50K view videos, and I need, I want a winner. I want to burst over 200K. I want to fly. I want to soar. So I'm kind of stuck idea-wise. Now, the only one, I'm kind of thinking like, okay, what is a video that I really want to make, and then just make that rather than thinking of all these ideas. Oh, damn, I had an idea like 30 minutes ago. I never wrote it down, but I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, it was a video like how to make friends as a graphic designer. That would be funny. I'm going to write that one down. But obviously it's like it's like a complete piss take, which is what I think the direction of the channel is. I think I need to be in like some kind of deranged era for this channel, I think. Look at that. Listen to that beautiful tapping of the keyboard. How to make friends. Done. I'll understand that. I've got a few ideas here, actually. Let me read some of these out to you that I've been thinking about. We've got 1 logo in 1 minute, full process. I think that one would be very fun, and I just drag out that 1 minute for as long as possible, pause every few seconds and be like, what I was thinking here and all that kind of stuff. I think that could be fun. Have like a cry at one point, call someone and be like, what am I doing wrong? I think that could be fun. Designing with various distractions. That's just a very simple video of me designing a poster, but there's just various distractions. I think that title alone is so ambiguous that I think people will be so curious about what those distractions are that they'll be interested. And that one obviously has a lot of potential for, a second one, a third one. And that sounds like, to me, like a great plan. Like I really like the sound of that. The only thing is I think the design needs some kind of stakes. So it's like, what is the design for? Is it like for an actual client that's due the next night? Like it needs to have like some kind of real stakes for that to work, I think. Otherwise it's just kind of like designing for fun. But I reckon I could make that work at the same time and just play into that almost. I think that could be funny. And then the other one is the classic, why am I oh God, tired today. I was up late watching the next episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, which is an anime that I mentioned last week that comes out every Friday, and I watched it last night, and it is some of the best TV I've ever watched in my life. I'm up to date, and it's truly incredible. Graphic designers aren't funny, so that's just like kind of a video essay on designers' humor and why we enjoy them. And why we enjoy Comic Sans jokes and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Is it happening? Maybe not. Editor, cut that out. But then the other one, which I think is the winner right now for like the immediate future, like one that I realistically think I could get, I mean, I don't think it'll get out by the end of the year, but it could, is teaching my clone how to design. Okay? Now, I need you to tell me if this is a good idea or not. I've talked to a few people about it. People seem to like this idea. People seem to think this is a good idea. But I would pre-record myself making a poster or something very slowly. And then I would basically, have me and clone Elliot kind of like going through the process, right? I'm teaching clone Elliot. And I start the video being like, even though he's an AI bot, and I should train him to design using AI, I'm just going to teach him like I would, because I don't see him as an AI anymore. I see him as a person. It's a narrative building video for me and Clone Elliot. I'll open announcing, the whole thing is I want to announce that we're married, because I think it's hilarious, the idea of you get the opportunity to marry yourself essentially, and you do. I think that I want to tie into the character of Elliot as a cool guy being very self-obsessed, I think would be quite fun. So I marry Clone Elliot. I announced that near the start. I photoshopped some photos of our honeymoon, the wedding ceremony, beautiful stuff. He's still not wearing any clothes. We explained that finally. I explained why he doesn't wear any clothes. Really emotional moments, some beautiful stuff. And then kind of as it goes on, I want it to be like this really cringe video of us being like really weirdly coupley. And like, he kind of wants to stop at one point and I'm like, it's okay, baby. Like you can keep I think that would be like, I want people to like scream at how cringe it is. So I think that could be fun. And I think that is potential. The clone video did really well in the end. I don't think I realized that. Like it got 200k views. Like it killed. So I think there's enough. Like people know of the clone in this channel that I think he can get views now just on his own. And I think there's also going to be like some kind of truth to it. You know what I mean? Like there is a poster being made. There are some things to learn. It can also be an ad for this course that I've made, which turns out I didn't realize I am contractually obliged to post about 10 times in the next month. So expect that on your fucking Instagram feed. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think that could be a fun video. I think people would enjoy that. What do you think? I'd love to do some more Clone Elliot stuff in general, especially while I have the computer, before I move the laptop. Obviously, it's going to be a lot harder to edit Clone Elliot on the laptop. Blender doesn't really match up with Max too well. I think the new ones do, maybe. I don't use some super complex rendering processes or anything like that, so it shouldn't be too hard. But we'll give it a shot. But he is just an FBX file, so I can't just chuck him into a VTuber program, no matter what. I'm sure it'll work on the laptop, but that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, otherwise the well is pretty empty. I'm trying to. It's the idea generating process is tough because I don't think I want to make like just more videos for the graphic design niche. I want to use graphic design as like a vehicle for whatever else that I'm doing. The Every Program video was just Emerald, another YouTuber I made the same design, made the same game in a bunch of different engines, and I just kind of took that and escalated it with graphic design and obviously doing the silly bucket and shit like that too. So like, it's never, I don't think it's very hard to make like a completely original idea, I think, on YouTube. You got to kind of pull things from other people and just put your own spin on it. What do they call it? The something and switch, bait and switch maybe? Which I think is good. And I like doing that, and it seems to have worked. I also want to do 1,000 posters in 1,000 minutes, but that has to wait for the new year because that will take me, like someone in the comments said, I think 160 hours or something like that. Sorry, that's not true at all. Yeah, 160 hours. It'll take me more than a week. It'll take me like a solid 8 hours. Solid 16 hours, I think it is. So, I got these big plans for these big videos, but I need some like of the shorter ones because I got to fill these damn sponsor briefs. I think I'm going to take a rest from sponsors soon, or like at least make easier deadlines for myself, because the deadlines don't do me any good. I'm realizing I kind of thought the deadlines would do me good. I thought I'd be like I thought it'd be easy. Like I'd just be like, oh yeah, I've got a video due like in a few days, so of course I'm going to do the video. But then I don't. And then I just go, I have an extension, please? And they're like, of course, Elliot. And I'm like, thank you. And then, I get another 2 weeks. And I'm like, well, that doesn't help because 2 weeks come and go. And I still haven't got a video. But, I think we'll get onto it. And it's exciting news, though, in terms of work. We're posting on Instagram again. It's been successful so far. We've made 2 posts in the last week. 2 posts, which we'll take. Honestly, we'll take. It's been a while since I've made stuff, and the new ones have been doing really well. People, they're consistently getting a lot of attention online, which is great. I just need to get back into making some silly little reels, which I think I've got one coming up for the holiday season. I was idea generating the other day for some reels, and I came up with one, which is your graphic design boyfriend opens your Christmas card and critiques it, essentially. Being like, oh, well, the other one's sold out. What font is this? Blah, blah, blah. I think that would be cute. I think that would be fun. So, I look forward. I'm really enjoying posting again. I think it's fun. And Design Chef, I've been making stuff as well. I actually had a lot of fun last night. The Discord server that I own, that I'm once again not going to say what it is. We are gatekeeping that server. There are simply too many members in it, and it is not active enough. There's no point of people joining that. And also to anyone asking for a GDIME or an ELLIOT server in general, I can't. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We don't need that. We have a comment section, which is, I like to not think of it as a comment section, but more as a forum board and a chat room. Yeah. But we do this little thing every year. We do this beautiful thing, which is a Secret Santa, right? Where you allocated someone in the server to make a poster for, and someone else has allocated you to make a poster for. So you make one and you receive one from two different people. And I'm very happy this year. I'm not going to spoil who I have yet because this will come out before the presentation. We're doing a presentation tomorrow. And I have someone who I like am aware of their work. You know what I mean? Like I think the past 2 years I've had people who I haven't known. So I've kind of gone in without any context apart from what they filled out in a survey, asking them about their interests and stuff. And this time I got lucky and I got someone I follow them on Instagram essentially. Like I know of them as a designer outside of just them as a Discord member and a Twitch viewer. I know of them as a designer, which is exciting. So, I'm very happy with how the poster turned out. I think it's good. It took me a little while. You want to put in some good effort for these because they really are the sweetest things. And I'm excited to see what I get. It's fun. It's just a fun little thing. It's such a good idea. I think people should do it. If any graphic design, okay, stop, look and listen. Why don't we, as graphic design studios, agencies, freelancers even, communities, do more things like this? Look at all these prints behind me from beautifully talented graphic designers and artists, right? We're so good at this. Why don't we make more individual one-of-ones for friends? I think it's a beautiful thing. Print it out, put it up. You get a one-on-one piece. You're in custom piece from a designer that you respect and admire. It's beautiful. In a Secret Santa style as well, so you don't know and you can kind of base it off. It really helped. This person gave quite a clear description of what they wanted in the poster because I didn't really have any ideas. So you can kind of just do that, and then it's like you just kind of put your own style and your own spin on it. And I think it's really fun. I love the idea, and I think I've never worked in a studio. I don't know if people do this, but like it is another good way of kind of designing without the client in mind, because the client isn't really a client; it's a gift. So you can't. I wouldn't say a gift receiver is a client at all. So if you're in a studio, perhaps this is my offer. You can record this part. If you're in a studio or some kind of design workspace, and you've got colleagues who are also graphic designers, or maybe you're in a class of design students, maybe next year, because it's probably too late to do it this year. You're probably already on a holiday break. Consider doing some kind of design Secret Santa, some kind of Kris Kringle, perhaps, where you make things for other people using your skills without thinking about the client, without thinking about money, and just thinking about how can I make a lovely little piece of art for my colleague and friend. Because everyone is best friends with their colleagues, right? That's what I've been told. Just kidding. I've heard that most of the time you like to keep work at work, which I respect. Speaking of that as well, funny little tangent. I don't have any Christmas parties because I'm a freelancer, right? No work. I held one last week. No one showed up except the dog, second Elliot, and Jamie from Street Fighter 6 showed up. Would you believe? Only for 20 minutes, because I only allow myself 20 minutes. I'm going to do that. I'm looking at the TV right now, and I'm like, I would kill to play some. I've been playing some of the worst Street Fighter in my life, but God, I would kill to play some right now. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I don't have any Christmas parties, okay? And my gym has a Christmas party. That's the kind of gym that I go to, guys. Okay, we're a real family over there. It's more than just a gym. It's a family, guys. Come on. And we had a Christmas party, and I thought I would go for like half an hour, and I saw it through, guys. I saw it until the end. Started at 2 p.m. I saw it out. I saw people getting carried out of the venue. I saw it out. And it was actually really fun. I didn't think it would be, but I found it quite fun. And that's all I really have to say on that. But I just wanted to let you know that just because, and I really want to double down on this, just because I'm a freelancer, I work on my own, doesn't mean that I can't have fun. Okay? Doesn't mean that I can't have fun, that I'm not allowed to have fun. Because I know a lot of you don't want me to have fun. I know that GDIME viewers specifically just want me to work on new videos. Sit down and record GDIME on a Tuesday. Upload it on a Tuesday. Oh, it's one day late. What have you been doing? I've been living my life. Okay? And I know a lot of you don't like that, but I'm going to continue to do that. Just wanted to put that out there and let you know. I think that's about all I've got. Like I said, next week's the big one. I've already yawned once, and I've been holding back a second yawn this entire time. I should probably get more sleep. I'll tell you what, though, I've started taking magnesium as my nighttime supplement for muscle recovery because I'm getting really into the gym, like I said. I'm sleeping like a baby. I always did sleep like a baby, but now, I think it's giving me crazy dreams as well. I had a wild dream last night. I remember most of it. I was watching a SNL audition secretly. That I remember it being secret. I shouldn't have been there. For quite a popular Australian comedian, actually. It was very interesting. Anyway, I don't think they got in. I think they were told there wasn't enough space or something. So I was like, why were you auditioning? Anyway, it was very confusing. Lorne Michaels was a jerk in that moment. But thanks so much for tuning in to today's GDIME. This has been a little bit of fun, hasn't it? And I hope you have a lovely Christmas time, if that's your thing. Otherwise, enjoy your break. If you've got a break, lucky you. And just take in the end of the year. Take some time to reflect. You know, look back on what you've done. Even if you don't think you've done anything, find something. Of course you've done something. That was me last year. I thought I'd done shit all, and then I was like, no, I've done plenty of things. How could I not do plenty of things? It's a whole year. You have done something. So take a moment to reflect. Think about what you want to do next year. What are some of your goals? Be prepared to bring them to next GDIME. And ride on into the night. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you next week for the final GDIME of the year. Have a good one. See you later. Bye. See ya.